eXistenZ. I know it's eXistenZ, but I can't help but read it as eXistenZ. I remember when this came out-ish. I remember the title. I remember this name, but I have no idea what it is. Something about it feels dark. And maybe it's because you mentioned that. I can't remember exactly what you said in the DM, but yeah, something about it feels... I mean, it's the year The Matrix came out. It's got a Z instead of an S. Might be a wild ride. Oh! It's very possible you mentioned this, that it was Cronenberg, and I forgot. Jennifer, Jason Leigh, Jude Law. This is gonna be good. This is a vibe. Ian Holm. I know that name. Maybe once I see him on screen. Oh. Strong cast.
eXistenZ. Written like this.
Oh. I was saying it correctly.
Capital Z. eXistenZ. It's from Antenna Research, and it's here. We encourage consumer loyalty, and we want you to help us with our product testing.
Is that rollerblades?
The world's greatest game designer is here to lead you through her newest creation, eXistenZ.
eXistenZ is not just a game. It's an entirely new game system. It involves a whole lot of new toys, which you're going to be the first to try out.
Okay, is that her purse? Like what? It's one boot, one ski boot?
We need 12 volunteers who will port into these slave units.
Hold it. Not so fast.
Oh, geez, right. Oh, God, I'm not late.
Oh.
You, sir. This lady here. Just come up. Thank you.
Come on down.
Our assistants will then help you to port your pod into your bioport.
Cannot wait to find out about that boot. Okay.
I'm ready to download eXistenZ by Antenna Research into all of you.
What the fuck? This is outside the box thinking because... Oh.
Death to the demoness, Allegra Geller. No!
Get her out of here. Save her. There might be more of them. Do you know your way around? Do you know any country people?
Not country people, games people.
Why not go to a hospital? What world are we living in?
Countryside's full of games development people, project coordinators.
But was that, like...
You know your way around. We can hide out.
She has a bullet wound, or were those not...
How'd you like to hear someone with a gun screaming death to Ted Pike?
Why are you pointing it at him?
Hey, how do you know my name?
You're labeled.
Because she seems fine. Ted Pickle?
What's that?
My pink phone. Ted Pikel. What happened? What?
Hey!
I feel like the silicone toy industry got a lot of inspiration from this movie so far.
That was our lifeline to civilization.
That was a rangefinder. As long as you have that, they know where we are.
They? You mean head office?
I mean anybody. They told me you're my security, but you have no weaponry.
I'm just a marketing trainee.
I'm marked for death, and they send me on the road, the PR nerd.
Marked for death. Oh, jeez.
Okay, don't sweat it, Pikel.
Oh, Pikel.
Ah!
Did somebody bite you?
What?
What I just dug out of you.
It's a tooth?
It's a tooth. Human tooth.
Okay, because it was weird that she was handling a bullet wound so well. What? Okay, I thought it was just like a gun wrapped.
That thing was designed to get past any kind of metal or synthetics detector. It's all flesh and bone.
Weird.
Pistols would have to fire baby teeth.
But that guy seemed really injured who got shot in the chest. Somebody looked like they were lying down dead. I thought he had just covered up the gun. I didn't realize the whole thing was made out of that material, which turns out is bone. Oh my god, that looks so much like the Schitt's Creek motel. Just flipped over. I guess that's what most motels look like. I can't get over it. This is so thinking outside the box when it comes to virtual reality, I'm guessing. Like, it's not even something over their head. It's all, I don't know, some kind of tactile connection.
I can't just keep doing this, whatever it is, you know, forever. Not having any idea when it's going. Hey, what are you doing?
Where's your bioport? Oh, don't tell me you've never been fitted.
No, I was never fitted with a bioport. What do you care?
Well, you want to get into the biz and you've never played one of my games?
I have this phobia about having my body penetrated surgically.
They do it at malls. It's like getting your ears pierced.
Yes, sure, with only an infinitesimal chance of permanent spinal paralysis.
Yeah, way too risky.
My baby here took a huge hit in the church, Pikel. When those umbi cords got ripped out of her. Just as the game architecture was being downloaded from her to all those slave pods. She could be crying out for help right here.
Oh.
I can tell if the game's not been contaminated. The pod is not about to be crippled for life because of my negligence.
Okay. So you connect, it's like Avatar in a way. You connect the umbilical cord to the chip in your spine. And somebody from the seminar might be lost in there?
It's to play eXistenZ with somebody friendly. Are you friendly?
I think.
Let's do it now. Let me see. To get
How
an
would we-
illegal, unregistered bioport installed,
Okay.
we just drive up to your local country gas station, right?
Anything else I can do for you?
Well, gas. You could check your bioport plugs.
What? Spark plugs?
You heard me. My friend here has a bioport problem.
I like how he had said you just go to the corner gas station and it's literally called corner gas station.
Oh.
Well, that's weird. Oh, Kate got weirder.
You changed my life.
Gonna talk something out after this.
Those are sterilized.
Not to worry. You could fire in a bioport in a slaughterhouse and never generate an infection.
Then why the clean overalls?
It's a mental thing. Helps me focus. The one thing you don't want to do is miss with the stud finder.
Oh, God.
God,
Yeah.
step into my office.
But you know what's curious? So much of this. I'm trying to let myself be taken for the ride without trying to figure stuff out. But I've noticed, like, they do close-up shots of certain things. Like when he put his badge down of his name. And then when he was eating that fast food takeaway, they focused in, like, on the name, like, I think twice. And, like, he said, let's go to a country gas station. And it's called Country Gas Station. And the guy's name is Gas. Like, and she got shot with a gun using teeth. Like, I don't know. Like, are they in a game right now and he's not aware or something? Like, what the fuck is that? Because, yeah, that looked like it had a dinosaur element, that gun that he used.
See? That didn't hurt, did it?
Whoa.
I expect the next part to hurt.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I expect to hurt.
This is the cage of your own making, which keeps you trapped and pacing about in the smallest possible space forever. Break out of your cage, Michael.
I can't move my legs.
The procedure comes with its own epidural. Kind of like instant paralysis from the waist down.
Well, that would be terrifying. Because you're like,
I'm
what if
gonna
it
go
doesn't?
wash up.
Why does she store it in a ski boot? I guess ski boots are padded, so easy.
You're gonna pour it into me while I'm paralyzed?
You wanted to play my game, didn't you?
I do, but
It's an instant-on world, isn't it?
When was Gattaca? Because I'm like, I can't believe. Oh my god, is that like WD-40? Because I'm like, how did he, or maybe it's just compressed air.
Wouldn't want to hurt you.
Ew! I did not like that.
Shit! Michael! You blew my pod! You must have neural surged!
What do you mean?
I jacked you into my pod and you obviously panicked. Now it's totally fucked!
You can get a new pod.
In this pod, the original version of eXistenZ, an entire game system that cost $38 million to develop.
Holy shit.
It's the only one, and it's stuck inside, and it's your fault.
He didn't do anything.
It's not your fault. It's my fault.
What's going on?
You're worth a lot of money if you're dead.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about.
And now
It's
he's
over.
paralyzed.
$5 million for her dead body. No questions asked.
Why?
Why did you install a bad port into me?
Seems there's a big bonus for killing Allegra Geller's latest game, or I think I just did that, didn't I?
Can you kill me, Gas? Can you kill a person? Can you do that?
Oh, God, I think he's dead.
Poor Michael's life has been turned upside down.
It's 2 people in one day.
No wonder she never leaves the house.
You're right. I've got to get this pod fixed.
Okay, here we go. Ski boot connection.
Look at that huge bug.
It's not a bug. It's a mutated amphibian.
What happens if somebody comes up here and really wants to ski?
Come on, Michael. Nobody actually physically skis anymore. You know that.
What? Huh. Is this Ian home?
There have been a couple of attempts on my life already.
But this is unbearable. The company must stop this.
I don't know if they can do anything.
And have them send some people over to come collect you.
No, I can't be sure that antenna is completely safe for me.
I understand, yes.
That's the stuff I'm talking about. That's the weird... Like, what is that? Those weird camera moments.
You bet.
Like him leaning on the chair. Why did we focus on that?
What did you port into?
Michael's bioport.
Really? That's what caused all the damage.
It was,
That's the thing?
It fried a lot of very expensive neural webbing.
Wow.
looks like an animal in there.
Yeah.
The eXistenZ game pod is basically an animal, Mr. Michael.
Where do the batteries go?
Ports into you. You're the power source. You get tired, run down, it won't run properly.
Laundry here will finish up the pod work. Now, let's get that nasty bioport after you put nice fresh one in.
God, how do you trust somebody to do this again? Immediately after.
It hurts.
Poor guy.
I think it's infected.
No, it's just excited. Wants action.
But I really don't think that I want action. Me, I mean.
My baby here has now taken 3 major hits. One in the church, one in the gas station, and one on their operating
Okay,
table.
that's what she meant earlier. Not that one of the attendees was lost in the virtual world, but...
Are you friendly, or are you not?
It's funny she asks that every time.
You're telling me this thing will run off my body's energy?
That's how they work.
That's so... How can that be sterile?
How can I possibly compete with the designer of the system?
You could beat the guy that invented poker, couldn't you?
No. I'm terrible at poker.
You want that? Yes, that one.
So it feels like you're in the real world, which is what makes me think that's what's already happening, because you can't tell the difference.
I feel just like me. Is that kind of transition normal? That kind of smooth interlacing from place to place?
It depends on the style of game. You can get jagged, brutal cuts, slow fades.
So what do we do in this game? What is the point of this?
What precisely is the goal of the game?
Thank you.
You have to play the game to find out why you're playing the game.
Like life. Game within a game within a game.
Welcome to Darcy Nader's Game Emporium. Is there anything I can be helping you with?
We're just looking.
I have what you're looking for. Who sent you?
It's none of your business who sent us. We're here. That's all that matters. I didn't mean to say that.
It's your character who said it. There are things that have to be said to advance the plot and establish the characters, and those things get said whether you want to say them or not.
But should you be saying this in front of him?
He's an NPC, right?
He won't come out of it until you give him a proper line of game dialogue. Start by repeating your last line. Include his name so he knows you're talking to him.
That's why she calls him Pikel.
We're here, Darcy Nader, and that's all that matters.
That is all that matters.
And he said, you can call me by my first name. She said, not yet.
You're going to need these micropods to download your new identities. And this will tell you all you need to know. I'm going to leave while you two finish up here, because it wouldn't be good for us all to be seen together.
What the heck?
Kind of disappointing.
Nader?
Yeah, he's not a very well-drawn character. His dialogue was just so-so. Accent.
Didn't she create this? That's funny, because Jude Law's doing an accent.
Pods are so small, they plug directly into the bioport.
I don't need any more close-ups of these ports. They're grossing me out.
Oh God, the whole pod just disappeared into your back. You feel anything yet?
Not a thing. I don't feel a thing.
I do feel like Avatar got a little bit of inspiration from this, right? Like, just a smidge. Not to say this is the first movie to do connections on this level, but to connect like a hive mind. Guess what I don't want to see?
It was my game character. I wouldn't have done that, not here anyway.
You did it with your finger earlier, girl. Oh, maybe that's why the other guy said I should leave. This goes back to my silicone toys I was talking about. They're all randy.
Our real bodies. Are they all right? I mean, what if there's danger?
Right? There's nobody supervising. And how do you get in and out?
Eyes closed.
I feel like you need a shaman for this.
I feel really vulnerable. Disembodied.
All your senses are still operating. You're gonna pop right out of the game if there's a problem.
It says you. Is he fingering the porthole? The frick? He's in another... And now he's by himself. Like, without her, I mean. A lot of amphibian...
Trying to remember who you are. Yeah, it works. I must be Evgeny nourished.
Yeah, that's why they showed the badges earlier. Yeah, I think I'm right about the first world not being real. But he's been there a while.
Entire place used to be trout farm. From outside, you would never guess it's now factory for making game pots. It's like most everything used to be something else, yes?
Everything used to be something else.
You might be new, but you seem to know what you're doing.
It surprises me more than it surprises you.
You might be new, but you seem to know what you're doing.
I'm trying to remember what the guy who got shot in the chest said to him. All I have is you're our only hope, and that's not what it was.
Where are you planning to have lunch?
I have no plans for lunch.
May I suggest the Chinese restaurant in the forest? I do suggest you order the special, and don't take no for answer.
saw you make contact, Larry Ashen, with a guy on the assembly line say to you.
You believe the game version of your pod? Sick. Using mutated animal organs and nervous systems as game pod parts is certainly feasible, but everything here's so dirty. Absurd.
But that's exactly like...
I saw you make contact, Larry Ashen. What did the guy on the assembly line say to you?
He told me where to have lunch.
She's stuck in a game loop. But he's saying, oh, it's absurd. But that's exactly how they described it in the original world, was amphibian parts. And look, it's just called Chinese restaurant, like corner gas station. So they're stuck in a game loop at the moment, including the opening sequence. Because it is absurd that she was shot with teeth.
Shall I bring it for everyone?
We want a special.
Don't take no for an answer.
The special is for special occasions.
Don't take no for an answer.
Her birthday.
Our birthday is a special occasion. I will therefore bring a special for everybody.
What is going on?
I want to put the game on pause.
Huh?
She doesn't know what you're talking about.
I mean, all games can be paused, right?
But why? What's wrong? I mean, aren't you dying to see what's so special about the special?
Oh.
I'm feeling a little disconnected from my real life. Losing touch with the texture of it. You know what I mean?
It's going deeper and deeper.
Psychosis involved here.
Yes. This is a great sign. It means your nervous system is fully engaging with the game architecture.
But how come she was on a loop earlier? But now she seems aware again. But she...
eXistenZ is paused!
Oh. Well, it's true that she said earlier it could have just been her character repeating it. So his character knew what to do in the moment just then.
I want to go back to the Chinese restaurant. There's nothing happening here. We're safe. It's boring.
But it's not like that world is more exciting. It's very similar. Like, it's not like working in amphibian / trout factories any better.
Hope you enjoy it very much.
Look, it's our two-headed friend. Doesn't look too healthy.
Mutant reptiles and amphibians provide new and previously unimagined taste sensations. Shall I clear all this away?
Clear cache.
Michael. What are you doing?
Michael? Oh, Pikel. Sorry. So she's calling him Pikel in this world and not Larry.
Yeah, it's a genuine game merge.
Yeah, see, that's like the type of bone the gun was made of. There you go.
Death to the demoness, Allegra Geller.
That's not funny.
Sorry. But you know, I do feel the urge to kill someone here.
Who?
I need to kill our waiter.
Well, that makes sense. Waiter! When he comes over, do it. Don't hesitate.
Everything in the game is so realistic.
It's like real life. There's just enough to make it interesting.
You notice Jude Law's accent's more Canadian than American? Like, he says about, and he says sorry. We say sorry instead of sorry. I say both.
What can I do to make your lunch more pleasant?
Die.
I found this in my soup. Upset.
Because one other thing I noticed when she got shot is nobody got up to stop him. Everybody just sat there and watched like they're doing for the most part.
A little misunderstanding over the check. Pay no attention and enjoy your meal.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
I feel a serious game urge to get out of here.
To the kitchen. That way.
I'm still thinking about her looping earlier, which said you made contact. What did he say?
Why did the Chinese waiter have to die?
Waiter has many opportunities for betrayal. It's important that you go back to work at Cortical Systematics.
The trout farm is owned by Cortical Systematics?
Yeah, someday soon we will destroy Trout Farm and all game pods inside.
Hit by a car.
You want him? There he is.
He's dead?
You shouldn't have killed the Chinese waiter. He was your contact at the trout farm.
We were contacted there by Yevgeny Nurish. He seemed to know exactly who we were.
Nader was a mole for Cortical Systematics. Nurish is a double agent for Cortical Systematics. He was working with Nader and doing it rather well. After all, he got you to assassinate your own contact.
Who do you trust?
But now you're gonna put a stop to him.
So now they gotta kill that guy?
You just got a bad case of first-time user anxiety.
I mean, I'm with him. I don't get the appeal of this game.
Always on the verge of being killed by forces that we don't understand.
It sounds like my game, all right.
It sounds like a game. It's not going to be easy to market.
But it's a game everybody's already playing.
Is it like, at the end, we're gonna pull out, like, at the marketing firm?
It's ugly even for a game pod.
I had a terrible urge to port into it. What about you?
Desperate to port into it.
But they have the microports inside of them.
How long does it take for the infection to take hold? And then you quietly port into all the other pods and spread the infection to them.
Something's wrong.
Oh, yeah, it's diseased. Pause the game.
I'm bleeding to death.
Make a knot?
I know what to do.
Cauterize?
Death to realism!
Death to realism?
Oh! No, sports. Deadly sports.
I think we just lost the game.
Get out of that game. It's awful.
We brought the disease back with us. My pod is diseased. I'm really gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose my game.
Girl, your game sucks. Let it go.
What's in the needle?
Pods are susceptible to spore infections. It can work if you get it in time.
Infected?
Let me see it. It's Curie Vinegar, that bastard.
Vinegar?
He gave you an infected bioport so that my pod would die, and so would my game system.
You really can't trust anybody.
I want to seal up your bioport with this sporicidal resonator.
Come on, man.
You gotta get out of here! They're gonna be looking for you!
The cashier? He's a game character. How can he be here?
Leave that rotting piece of meat!
But what cashier? The cashier from where? The cashier. Oh, right. That guy. He looks very different right now.
Everybody out, now! This way, come on!
And you know what was one thing I couldn't tell if it was Jude Law or the character, but he slipped. He sounded a bit British in a couple of those scenes.
You can see everything from up here! The victory of realism, and you were part of it.
Death to realism, now the victory of realism.
There's just one more thing.
Yeah.
We're on your side!
How could Allegra Geller, the world's premier game designer, be on our side?
Something slipped over the edge here, Allegra. Something's all wrong.
Yeah.
See what I mean? See the problem?
Huh? Who now? Oh.
You murdered my game!
I replicated your pod's entire nervous system.
You copied eXistenZ? come over to cortical systematics.
It would be best for everyone. I mean, you can come with us too.
He's only a game character.
Allegra, what if we're not in the game anymore?
If we're not.
I mean, he had the bone gun. I think you are.
Then you just killed someone real.
And this is why Christopher Nolan said, we need tokens.
It was no accident that you and I ended up on the run together.
And I knew that you were my real assassin when you pointed the gun at me in the Chinese restaurant. And understand that.
Well, she plugged in his back.
Death to the demon, Ted! Michael! Have I won? Have I won?
Are you all back?
How long were we gone?
About 20 minutes.
Wow. It's like a dream.
I was really bummed out at first. I got knocked out of the game so soon.
Well, no matter how boring you were, you still all get a certificate.
And that will entitle you to reserve one of the first batch of the Transcendence by Pilgrimage game modules. Remember, it's written like this. Capital C, capital Z. Transcendence.
Thank you to Mr. Nourish for giving me the chance to play the role of a star designer.
I'd just like to assure everybody here that Allegra wouldn't really jump into bed with the security guard. Unless he were me.
Yeah, I figured he'd have a British accent.
I was very disturbed by the game we just played. I mean, it began with the attempted assassination of a game designer.
You think this must have come from one of our game players?
Well, it sure didn't come from me.
Don't you think you should have to suffer for all the harm you've done and intend to do to the human race?
What? Yes. Don't you think the world's greatest game artist ought to be punished for the most effective deforming of reality?
I don't think this is very... Guys, can you come over here right now, please?
Death to the demon, you Benny Nourish!
Death to pilgrimage! Death to transcendence!
Hey, tell me the truth. Are we still in the game?
Did I say token or totem? I think I said token earlier, but I think Christopher Nolan saw this and said, that's why you need a token to know if you're still in it or not. And I didn't know for sure when they came out at the very end if they were in fact out of the game. And I know that is the intention. I'm sure, you know, especially with that ending, are we still in the game? And because then they shoot the two. And nobody has a strong reaction. Again, nobody screams, nobody cowers. It's very similar to the way it was happening inside the game. They did a good job at making it obvious-ish that that they were already in a game, so that you kind of know that you're already being fucked with, but you, or at least I anyway, like the way they do it is like you still don't fully trust yourself. So they intentionally threw in a lot of absurdity before even hopping into the game. And so I believe we're meant to know the whole thing was a game beforehand. I don't think that's meant to be a twist because they just inserted so much, like so many clues in there for us. But it's still done in a way that is really fun and still has you questioning everything. And even at the end, you're questioning whether or not they're out of it still. So you don't know where it began. That's what I was thinking. It was like game inside a game inside a game. Of course, the first few minutes, you're like, oh, what is this? Like they just did. There was just so much absurdity in the real world, what we were presented with in the real world. The fact that she was carrying that weird thing in a ski boot, and then like I said with the corner gas station, and then later we see the exact same model with the Chinese restaurant. It's just like the label of the thing. and also the game to begin with, and the fact that like you can't get infected and it plugs directly in your spine and you just get it done and you're fine, no issues. And the two-headed amphibian and just all of it was so absurd before they even connected to the game. So I like that there was enough, there were enough clues there for us to infer that they probably already were in a game, and you can just be taken for the ride and have fun with it. This was a great recommendation. Thank you so much for this one. I won't keep saying I had a lot of fun with it. I think you could tell that I enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed this reaction, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.